Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for January 8th to the 14th. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides, so I'll bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Virgo. I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So, Virgo, first of all, happy New Year. I missed y'all. I'm so glad to be back. I hope you had a really, really great holiday. And I'm very excited for you this week. This is one of my favorite weeks, not only in general, but for you. I got to tell you what's going on for you. You're going to get really excited. This week is a loaded week. If you saw my January forecast, you know it's a loaded month. It's chock full of really great dates. Okay. This is one of those weeks where it's just like, whoa, there's so much happening. But I'm going to tell you the days that I want you to really pay attention to. Everything really kicks off with the 9th, January 9th. And that's when the sun trines Uranus. So this is a very auspicious aspect. And this is really, really nice. But before we even talk about this week, last week, Mars moved into Capricorn. So again, if you did not see your January forecast, I talked about this. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Mars is the planet of action, of drive, of ambition. You probably hit the ground running as soon as the new year started because Mercury's no longer retrograde either. And so this is really nice. This is absolutely nice because Capricorn's all about like working hard and rolling up your sleeves. So you're really, really goal oriented, or you may be feeling very goal oriented now, especially when it comes to family and creativity. Some of y'all may be thinking about like actually having babies too, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I've always the analogy I've been making is like Mars, which is just so much energy. Mars has so much energy. Is like if Mars was like Dennis the Menace, Capricorn is like the mom that's just like no, let's do this together. All right. So it's really, really like you cannot ask for a better, transit with Mars and Capricorn. Now, on the 9th, the sun will trine Uranus. This is a very auspicious aspect. Uranus is all about breakthroughs. It's all about, innovation. It's also surprises and the unexpected. Okay. And so I really absolutely love this day because you could receive surprising news. You could have this surprising breakthrough. Especially in like maybe like circumstances that you're in. Like this is just a very, very powerful day because the same day Mars will sextile Saturn. Now, Mars, remember, action-packed, all that energy, all that drive, and then Saturn, which is structure, it's stability, it's it brings this long-term energy to it, like in it for the long haul. So again, something around this day could really kickstart this week that leads us right into January 11th with a new moon in Capricorn. Now, again, if you saw your January forecast, this new moon in Capricorn is humongous and it's really great. I love this new moon. It's so nice. Remember, Mars is also in Capricorn. So I think I said it in your monthly forecast. It's almost like this new moon has rocket boosters on it. So new moons, new beginnings, new cycles, new opportunities. Take advantage, set intentions, do, manifestation ritual. If that's, if you do those things, this is the time to break out your crystals. Okay. And so I really love this day because Jupiter and Saturn in the background are amazing. They are so amazing. They're very harmonious. This is like, if this new moon, you know what? This new moon is Beyonce. All right. Very relevant to you because Beyonce is a Virgo. And so this new moon is Beyonce. Jupiter and Saturn are like the backup singers, but they also have their own solos throughout like the song of your life. This is an absolutely great new moon. Jupiter, all about luck, prosperity, profit, expansion, and again, Saturn, that structure and stability for that commitment energy to come. Now, on the 12th, the day after, this is why this new moon is so like explosively amazing, is because on the 12th, Mars trines Jupiter. This is the most powerful day of the month. Okay. The best day of the month is at the end of the month, but this is the most powerful day, and it is one of the best days too. Mars trining Jupiter. Once again, Mars, all about action action, your drive, right? Your passion. And then Jupiter, expansion, growth, profit, prosperity, good fortune, good luck. So absolutely amazing. You're going to feel it. You're going to absolutely feel it. And then on the 13th, Mercury moves into Capricorn. And so now we have a bundle of planets in Capricorn. Now, why did I say what I said earlier about how some of y'all may have babies and whatnot? Is because all this energy in Capricorn, including this new moon in Capricorn, your fifth house. And the fifth house is the house of pleasure. It's the house of love. It's a house of romance. It's the house of procreation. So a lot of y'all may be thinking about having children, or maybe having children, or starting relationships, or falling in love, meeting your soulmates. But there's also the fifth house is also recreation. So a lot of y'all could find something that you really love, maybe like, I don't know, checkers. Checkers. You may bring back checkers. Pickleball. Okay, pickleball. Maybe pickleball. But in any case, this new moon is such a beautiful new moon, and there's just a sense of you being, you have your eyes on the prize, you have your head in the game, you're really going after the things that you want, and it's absolutely amazing. Jupiter happens to be in your ninth house right now, and so is Uranus, and both, as you know, as I mentioned, are very active this week. So really, really interesting, because that's spirituality, it's your perspective, it's your belief system, your philosophies, and also education. There could be some, great things happening with, like, maybe you're going back to school, maybe you are learning something new, could be traveling long distance to working with people overseas, or maybe even writing a book. Or thinking about writing a book, or something that has to do with publishing. So again, so much happening for y'all. And of course, with Virgos right now, there's still a lot of activity with partnerships and relationships. And, kind of have, Virgos, you being so analytical, having that eagle eye, having like a microscope on relationships right now too, with Saturn and Pisces in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. But remember, there's so much happening with Saturn this week. But Saturn is also, even though it's like a malefic, it's like having these amazing aspects. All right. So with that said, Virgo, let's see what's going on for you. I'm excited for you for this week. Let's see what's going on for you for January 8th to the 14th. Let me get my shuffling skills straight. And again, this is for Virgo and Virgo rising. If you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other aspects, if you know your birth chart, you're absolutely welcome to. I would definitely recommend the moon, because it is a new moon in Capricorn. And again, it is in your fifth house of pleasure and love. And so it's a great one. It's a great new moon for you. So with that said, Virgo, let's get started. I don't want to wake up my dog. I almost woke. I hope I don't. Anyway, my dog is taking up all my table space. So I have to do this in a way where she, does not wake up, because you do not want to see a woken up Ruby. Anyway, Virgo, as I said earlier, I do a traditional call to cross spread. Really does bring the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Virgo, I missed y'all. How was your holiday? Tell me. I want to know all about it. I got to see my mom, so I was very excited, who is a Virgo, and so is Ruby, by the way. I have so much Virgos in my life. And y'all, I'm a Virgo moon too, so I get it. So Virgo, look at this. Wow. Things are just moving for you. Things are absolutely moving for you. A lot of family energy here. Very interesting. You know what's really interesting? Everyone's been getting these interesting spreads this week, and they've just been so action-packed. Let's get started. Eight of Cups. Okay. It looks like some of y'all may be leaving partnerships behind. This card is attributed to Saturn and Pisces, which I said is your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. Now, again, let me remind you, when I say that, it can be love, it can be career, it can be partnerships in, even like BFF energy, like friendship. So it looks like, but looking at what's going on here, it may be more work related or passion related, something that's like, It's almost like you have come to the end of something and now you're just like, I know that something's better for me. And, even though this might be bittersweet, I'm still going to move forward because I know that there's something out there that it's going to like completely fulfill me emotionally. And so I really like this for you, the way that everything spreads out, but it may be hard for you. That's the one thing, is that you may feel this week that you're not supported in it, or you would like support in it. And we'll get to that. But again, there is a sense of you moving forward. Now, it doesn't have to be partnerships and relationships throughout. Every Virgo is different, but there is still something that you may be moving forward from. Okay. The other thing is, well, let me talk about it here. You did get the eight of wands in the heart of your spread, and so amazing, absolutely amazing. This is a card where you can see the wands completely aligned. Okay, they are completely aligned here. Things are starting to align for you. Something's gonna land for you. Okay, you're gonna get something. But it looks like it could be money related, could be like a new career related, new job related, but even still, the eight of wands, all about your passions, even ideas that you have. Wands are creativity as well, but it's also, work related. It's enterprise, it's jobs. So there is movement here. These wands are just zipping through the air. Okay, zipping through the air. And again, they are completely aligned. The other thing is, this card is a Sagittarius card. It is actually Mercury in Sagittarius. Very interesting, because Mercury is in Sagittarius this week until it moves into Capricorn. And so very, very interesting, because that rules your fourth house. And so there could be something like home related, something within your like domestic sector. That is what the fourth house is. So something that has to do with home, family, children, even like significant other, but even like home. There could be like, maybe some of y'all maybe thinking about moving, maybe thinking about buying real estate. There could be something there. But again, that definitely is something that you're investing into, and something that you really want to like. You're like, let's go. All right, some like a passion of yours, something that you're really investing in. And I really like that. There's gotta be something that, well, let me just tell you, you did get the Six of Pentacles in your challenge area. So with the Six of Pentacles in your challenge area, there is almost like, again, that support. Like there may be like a sense of you feeling like you don't have support, or you're not being supported. There is also a sense of like gratitude, that may be a big focus this week, as in like thinking about having more gratitude in your life for the things that you do have, or finding that balance. This card is all about gratitude. This card is, one of my favorite cards. It's, the Six of Pentacles. You see the philanthropic man sharing, helping the needy, right? It's come in your challenge area. And so there may be a point this week where you do have kind of like coming to terms with, what does gratitude mean to you, right? Like, are you thankful for the things that you have? Do you take the things that are in your life? Do you take them for granted? And I'm not saying that any of y'all do. Oh my gosh, my mom would like hit me on the head if I were to say that. But all I'm saying is that there is this fine balance, right? And as indicated with the scale here. And so with gratitude, it's almost like this week you may want to question, like, am I giving, and not getting anything in return? If so, let me find that balance. Okay. On the flip side, you may ask yourself, am I waiting to receive, but I just don't think that I'm giving anything at all? Again, find that balance. Okay. Find that balance. Gratitude is the highest vibration in the law of attraction. Okay. So you always want to be working with your karma, and karma is not static. It's constantly moving. So it just may be a thing for you, for things to move a lot faster for you. There could be a sense of like, really appreciating the things that you have. And again, if you feel like you're not getting that support, being vocal about it as well. Now, Ace of Pentacles in your crown. And so it seems like you're looking for something new. It's like a new path, especially with career. because obviously Pentacles, money and wealth, that's associated with career, but then Pentacles are your physical reality as well. And so again, that could be something that you want to bring into your physical world, like a baby. Or it could just be, a relationship. But there is this newness, right? Aces usher in new change, new beginnings. You even see the pathway here, the golden pathway, which is, is the archway as well, indicating like it is this new pathway, right, for you. So there could be something in terms of like, a lot could be just like finances related as well, in terms of like, I don't have enough for this. That's why I'm going to try to do this to get more money. Or there could be something about not feeling supported in an area this week where you're going to have to really, really find a way to feel that comfort. If it is like not getting the support that you want from the people that there's other ways to get it, right? But it really is something that there's almost like this disconnect here that's happening with the wands and the pentacles. But the other thing is, throwing in the mix, is the Three of Swords that you got in the root of your spread. So this week there could be something that, again, it feels more mental. It feels like more like going on up here. Again, I'm not surprised with you, being a Virgo and being over, often analytical and maybe even over analytical this week. But with the Three of Swords and the root of your spread, there really is something that may be motivating you, that is from something that that you're leaving behind, or something that you may feel that is hard to leave behind. Again, don't forget you have the Eight of Cups, that's kicking off your spread. And so ask yourself what that is, because at the end of the day, even though we call it like the heartbreak card, right? It's still a sword suit. Swords are up here. Okay. And so there could be something that you're thinking about that involves your emotions, right? But again, there is a sense of things just moving forward for you, and you have to go with that flow. All right. You have to go with that flow, but understand everything that is happening in your life. And it's really just a matter of like coming to terms with things, because you also have the Nine of Wands, right? It seems like there may be some things that are hard to let go. Things are going to move forward for you. You have to go with it. And it's going to be something where you feel that it was worth the fight. Okay. It was worth going through. All right. And so, I always say it, life is not a Disney movie. We go through challenges every day, but it seems like for you, there may be something that you're really fighting hard for. Things are going to go nicely for you. And again, with the Nine of Wands, you see how you go straight from the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands, right? Both Sagittarius cards, by the way. Again, your fourth house of your home, family, domestic sector, significant other. So there could be something there, but at its core, the ones are like your passions and your ideas and creativity and work related as well. And so there is a sense of like you persevering. So it's almost like there's a happy ending here. It's almost like you may go through like a little bit of like a squeeze, but in the end, it was like worth that squeeze, right? I'll even clarify that for you. Just what time? Oh, okay. Yeah, and then it seems like there is some decision. It could be money. It could be money, all right? And it could be partnership related. Again, that is a big thing for you. The reason I say that, interesting again, because you have like the Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. Now you have the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands. They have the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords. Now they're both Libra cards. They're both Libra cards. And so why is that significant? Because Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So again, that may have to do with something with partnerships and relationships with you. All right. Now, with all these pentacles, especially, or the two pentacles, one in your crown and the one in your challenge area, money and wealth. Well, Libra happens to be your second house of money and salary. And so that could also be a thing for you where you feel like you may want to make a big change in how you make money and maybe even in career. But there is going to be a point where you're going to have to really, really consider things. It's going to be, especially with the two of swords in your future. And it could be something that is, again, a little emotional. It could be emotional, but it is going to help. All right. I want you to look at this card. First of all, you see the moon. So this card is attributed to Moon in Libra, right? You see the sliver of the moon. So it's trusting your intuition. Let your intuition guide you. Just remove yourself a little bit, right? And just have that moment, whether you meditate, whether you take your dog on a walk or whatever, just have that, just to clear your head, just so you can, get comfortable enough to take off that blindfold. Now, another thing I'm going to point out, you see, you've gone from the 8 of Cups to the 2 of Swords, 2 cards that have water with rocks in them. The only 2 cards with water with rocks. And so, sure, a lot of emotions, but, the rocks serve as kind of like obstacles, right? And so it could be like your emotions could be a little bit, you have to like really navigate through them. You have to really really wade through the water, but like carefully, because there's rocks in the water. And so really spend some time thinking about what is going to bring you like a sense of like emotional fulfillment. And it seems like you may have to go a little bit deep this week, but in the end, things are still moving forward for you. It's a matter of just going with that flow. In order to go with that flow, you have to trust your intuition, okay? You really have to trust your intuition. And there is going to be, it's also really interesting because you got the only 2 cards where there's no figure, no person, no hand, no nothing, but you have wands flowing through the air, and then you have the 3 swords with a heart. But you see it's raining. You see the thunderstorm, the clouds. It's raining or whatnot. I mean, you can see that as like just kind of like this stormy moment, and when it rains, it pours. Or you can see it as, sure, the rain is poured, but now I'm expecting this beautiful rainbow, and the beautiful rainbow comes after the rainstorm. And so it really is all about your mindset here too. Really, really interesting spread for you, Virgo. Really interesting spread, but definitely it's really trusting your intuition, and that is really going to make all the difference. Okay. And really, really getting in a headspace where you're comfortable moving forward, knowing that everything is aligning for you. Okay. Everything is aligning for you. All right. Just have that connection, like not just like your intuition, but all of it, right? That mind, body, spirit, like put it all together this week. Because you don't want to slow this down, right? It's so nice to have the 8 of Wands in the heart of your spread. Trust me, things are moving for you, okay? But it's a matter of like not letting anything stop that flow, okay? Now, let's get to your staff. Virgo. Virgo, if you like this reading, by the way, be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. I want to know now. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. Let me get this last card. Oh, yeah. Wow. Holy cow, Virgo. This is a week. This is a week for you. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is possibly your biggest week, even though like the majority of your main spread are minor arcanas, it's still like big. And now you see your staff, all major arcanas. Let's get started. Justice. There is definitely a sense of, there's some of y'all who it's that support. Some of y'all may not feel that support, okay, this week. And again, it can be partnership and relationship, especially because justice is Libra. And so you got Libra, and you got Libra, and you got Libra. Can be something there where you're seeking it. You're seeking that justice for something that could have been, hurtful for you. It's caused you to, or it's like, inspired or compelled you to move forward from something. And now there is this sense of like, you know, you could be in your head asking like, am I doing the right thing? Is this the right thing to do? Know that as long as you trust your intuition, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You have the Eight of Wands in the heart of your spread. But there is a huge like karmic connection with the Justice card too. And so again, it's always working with your karma. It's always working with your karma. All right. You always want to make those, really good decisions. But it seems like there may be also looking at your entire spread here. This is going to be a week where you may feel a little bit emotional. I'm going to just bring that up again. Okay. Because you also got the Tower. And you got the Tower in your external factors area. And so this is the card of like chaos, destruction. You see the lightning striking the crown off the Tower. There is going to be something. It almost seems like it's not even you. It seems like someone may have done something to maybe lose your trust. It maybe it just seems like something could have happened. Maybe you didn't see it coming either. That was just like out of the blue, and you felt like, oh my goodness, what just happened? And that is the Tower card. But I always want to remind you, the Tower moment, it doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And so it seems like whatever situation you were in, if you're in this headspace, it really could have been, again, you may have to see it as a blessing in disguise. Because I'm going to show you something here. The Tower, there's a lot happening in this Tower card, but it's almost like everything that happens here is fated. Okay. You do see the lightning strike, right? You see, we're going to call them flashes. All right. So you see the 12 flashes over here. You see the 10 over here. Now these represent like the signs, right? The constellations. Now these represent the spheres in the tree of life. And so 12 and 10, 22. There's 22 paths in the tree of life. Okay. But 22 major arcanas. Now you even see the lightning flash. There's the, flashing sword or whatever you want to call it in the tree of life as well. So again, it's fated. It seems like it's fated. There's something coming to an end that was meant to come to end, even if you didn't want it to. All right. But the Tower is still standing. Okay. And so it's like not all is lost, and it's come in your external factors area. So I'm seeing this more as in like something may have happened to you that was really hard for you, or will this week, where it's like, I did not see that coming. But let me remind you, this is actually a good thing, because another thing is like what comes after the Tower, the Star. And you got it in your final outcome. So before we even get there, you got strength. So it seems like there is going to be something that is happening that's not you. Okay. And because the strength as a third card in your staff is just really indicating it's like that's what you're seeking. The will seek this week, that courage to move forward, really really tapping into your spirit guides as well, or wherever you find that source of strength. Where do you find that source of strength? Like whether it's God, whether it's the universe, whether it's your children, tap into that energy. All right, tap into that energy, because that's what's going to like really help you pull through. And so this is just very interesting, because lastly, like I pointed out, you got the Star. And so this is in your final outcome. This is the stars aligning for you now. Not only the stars aligning for you, this is, remember I said the Star comes after the Tower, right? This is 16 and the Star is 17. And so the Star is it's like five things here, because this is so significant. Okay. First thing is like there is healing in the Star. There's healing. There's comfort. There's a lot of wisdom, right? So it's kind of like things happen, but now you've learned. So this is the first good thing. Oh gosh, there goes Leo. I was about to call her Leo. Ruby. Where did that come from? The second thing is that you see all the stars are 8-pointed. I feel like I'm having deja vu. I feel like you've gotten the star already in one of your previous readings. The 8-pointed, okay? And so referring to the strength card 8. And you see 8 stars. And it's card 17, when 7 equals 8. 2024 is a year of 8. I mean, remember, you have 8 of wands in the heart of your spread. You got a lot of 8. And 8 is all about wealth. It's all about success. It's all about prosperity. It's all about abundance. So it's almost like, yeah, this is a blessing in disguise, really, because it's clearing this path for you where all your hopes and dreams are starting to align, and they will align for you. Oh gosh, Ruby, come on. Hi. Okay, so let me take her down because she's a Virgo. She's hearing this and she's like, what is going on? But no, seriously, this is definitely like a lot of perseverance here, especially with the strength and the 9 of wands in your future. But this is, I mean, you have 3 8s. You have 888. I don't know if you're into numerology, but again, it seems like things are going to move fast for you. Things are going to happen for you. There is going to be a sense of like, a little bit of a squeeze to get there, but it's going to be worth it to you. It's going to empower you. And then everything is aligning. I mean, you got the 2 cards where like things are aligning for you. And so this is a big week for you, Virgo. This is a really big week. Yeah. So again, there is a lot of emotions at play here. It may be an emotional week for you. It may be like a sense of like some things that you don't find fair, but justice will be served. It may be like you may be questioning a lot of things like, why did that happen? Or am I doing the right thing? Or did I do the right thing? But again, trusting your intuition will make all the difference, and it will get you out of your headspace. But just know through all of this, everything you are taken care of. You're completely taken care of. Remember, like I said, the tower happens for you, okay? So there may have been a situation that you maybe weren't supposed to be in, or may feel that even intuitively it wasn't the right thing, but you didn't want to take that step into doing something about it, but there may be something done. But again, at the end of the day, 8 of wands in the heart of your spread and the star in your final outcome, you're good. You're good. It may be an emotional week, but you're good. In fact, like, oh gosh, okay, so but you're good. You're good. Yeah, just expect something unexpected may happen this week, and it may be a thing, but could be a lot bigger than you would think. But again, every Virgo is different. It could be, for some Virgos, it's really about how you handle the situations, right? So for some Virgos, it could be like a 1 out of a 10, it could be just like, oh, my cable went out. That's it. All right. But obviously like it may be a little bit bigger than that, but some Virgos may feel like a 6 out of 10, but again, just know it seems like it was fated for you. It was meant for you. Okay, because there is now this potential for all the things that you want to start happening for you, for things to align for you. All right, with the star in your final outcome and the 8 of wands in the heart of your spread. So with that said, Virgo, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Tell me, I want to know what's going on. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Next week is the big week. It is a really big week. With Pluto moving into Aquarius. Okay. Really, really interesting that you did get this star in your final outcome, by the way, because this star is ruled by Aquarius. I mean, that is the water bearer there. But remember, this is, so much fertility and growth in this card as well. But Pluto will be moving into Aquarius next week, and that is a 20-year aspect that it's big. It's in your 6th house. Okay. It's in your 6th house, and you, Virgo, are the native ruler of the 6th house. So really big deal for you. We'll talk about that next week. Thanks so much, Virgo. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.